How's it, everyone? Grant here, and welcome back to the channel, and happy iPhone day to all of you. If you've got an iPhone 12 or an iPhone 12 Pro, let me know in the comments which one you got and what color. As you can see, I've got the iPhone 12 in blue and the iPhone 12 Pro in gold. So let's go ahead and unbox these here. Let's start with the 12. Again, I got the blue, and you can see here on the box, you can see the blue edges around here, and it's actually a little bit raised. This iPhone cutout is a little bit raised above the box. And you can kind of see here the iPhone and the Apple logos. They're kind of a silverish blue that really doesn't come across on camera, I don't think, but they try to color match everything, like you know. And there's the back of the box there that shows the box contents. And let's go ahead and just get into it here. And so here we go. Let's open this up and check it out. So there is the iPhone 12 in blue, and I've seen a bunch of pictures and the blue tends to look a lot different than what I'm seeing here in person. I think it really depends on the lighting, and even in the camera right now it's looking a lot more royal blue, a lot deeper blue, but in person what I'm seeing here is, yeah, it's kind of a royalish blue, but it's not as, it doesn't pop as much as what I'm seeing here in the camera. So I think it's just going to be dependent on the lighting, and I actually like it what I see here in person, and picking it up, it actually feels a little bit lighter than I was thinking. I think I'm just used to the heavier 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. As you can see here, you've got the blue aluminum anodized edges there, and they're all flat, reminiscent of the old iPhone 4, 5, and kind of SE look there. So we'll put that down. We'll take a look here. There's the usual Apple paperwork, obviously a lot smaller this year, the square instead of that rectangle, but let's see. You get your SIM tool, you have some nighttime reading here, and you get your Apple sticker. And of course you get a charging cable. So this here is a type C to lightning cable, not your usual type A to lightning. So this is gonna actually power some fast charging. So obviously you're gonna need to get the fast charging brick. So you can buy the one from Apple, I think it's $20 or $30. That supports 20-watt wireless, fast charging here on the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. Or you can get a third-party one. I've got this one here. This is an Aki charger, like you can see here, but this is a 100-watt charger. Let's see if we can zoom in here so you can see that. But this is a 100-watt charger here from Aki, and it's pretty small and compact, like you can see here. And I use this to charge pretty much everything. So I got a bunch of these things around the house, and it can charge anything from my MacBook Pro all the way through any of my smartphones, so long as I plug in a Type C cable like one here into the charger, and it'll pretty much max out the fast charging on pretty much any device. So like I said, it'll fast charge or charge up my MacBook Pro. It'll fast charge, you know, all my smartphones that use like 20-watt and up fast charging. And I use it to charge my older iPhones like the 11 Pro, and it'll max out the charging speeds on those phones as well, so long as I use a Type C to lightning cable like this one. So this is about $40 on Amazon, but it's very flexible because it's a 100-watt charger, and it pretty much is going to fast charge any device at its max speed. So I highly recommend this one from Aki here, but feel free to get whichever charger you want. That's just what I'm using, and that's kind of why this cable here is pretty significant. It's got that Type C to lightning, and it's going to enable that fast charging here, 20-watt fast charging on the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. But that's pretty much all you get in the box here, just the phone and the charger. Let's go ahead and put this down, get to the phone. So you can see here, Apple's kind of gone with a different protective film here. So you usually have that clear film. It's this white kind of sticker there, which we'll put to the side. And you can see the phone here again. You have your SIM tray there, along with your volume up and down, along with the mute switch. Nothing really on top there except for that antenna line. You've got your power button here. And then on the bottom, you've got your lightning port and your speaker grills there as well. No 3.5mm jack there. And again, looking at the blue, it's a pretty deep blue. I actually kind of like this. It's glossy back like the iPhone 11 of last year. They've carried that over to the 12, and the Pro is going to be more of that matte frosted back, but you can see the dual camera system, the wide and the ultra wide. And this year it's nice because you've got the same wide angle camera that is on the Pro models. So both the Pro and the Pro Max are going to share that same main wide angle sensor, which has the improvements for low light. So pretty much the same sensor from last year, except it has a slightly wider aperture for better low light performance. And you've also got the ultra wide angle camera there, no telephoto camera, of course, but again, a little bit lighter than I was expecting. So let's kind of put that one down, and let's bring in the 12 Pro here. So again, 12 Pro in gold, and the edges here as well kind of gleam in the light to show off that gold, and again, it's raised a little bit above the box there, this cutout here. And again, you've got the gold iPhone and Apple logos to match. And there is the back. So let's go open it up. And let's take a look at the gold iPhone 12 Pro. And so taking a look at this, first impressions, I knew it was going to be a frosted back and a light color. All the Pro models from last year's 11 and now this year's 12 has that frosted glass back. So it's going to be a very muted color palette on the Pros. And this looks kind of reminds me, first impressions, of kind of like the OnePlus 3T, that soft gold. So that very light champagne gold. That's what this reminds me of, maybe even lighter here on the 12 Pro. But what it really stands out are these gold sides. So that is really shimmery there. Not sure how well that's coming across on camera, but this definitely looks kind of like what Apple was advertising, a very shiny sides. And actually this doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to look. You know, I'm not a fan of super shiny sides. These are stainless steel sides like the Pro models of last year, obviously the flat sides versus the curved sides. But I thought with the super shiny edges over that stainless steel, I thought it was going to be more of a coated onto the stainless steel and thought it was going to look a little bit maybe cheap or a little bit cheesy. But this actually doesn't look so bad. It does not look cheap. It does not look plated at all. So it looks actually a lot better than I thought. I'm sure depending on the light, it'll show, you know, different degrees of gold there. So it can be really shiny and a little bit more muted maybe, depending on probably the lighting situation. But in this light, these LEDs, this actually looks probably a lot better than I thought. And definitely this back, even though I knew it was gonna be frosted and a muted color, it kind of looks like a faint champagne. So again, like that soft gold on that OnePlus 3T that I really liked back then. I actually kind of like this. I wish it was maybe a little bit more gold. This is maybe a little bit too muted, but I don't really like super blingy gold. But I thought I would get this a little bit different. That's definitely what the sides are though. So if you really want something more showy, you're gonna like the sides. The stainless steel, shiny gold plated sides here on the iPhone 12 Pro. Maybe not gold plated, but that's what it looks like. It looks like a gold plated stainless steel sides. So again, this white decal here versus the clear, and just showing you everything, all the button placement, volume, your mute switch, as well as the power button, and of course the Type-C power. Take that off, and that's what that looks like. So this is actually very nice and definitely heavier, as you would expect, than the 12, and so that's what they kind of look like on the side to side. So here's the frosted glass gold and the shiny shimmery blue of the 12, what that looks like. So again, same size here. So that's the thing about the iPhone 12. It's much closer to the iPhone 12 Pro line here this year. It's got the same OLED display, same A14 Bionic processor, same main camera improvements. The ultra wide, obviously the Pro has an actual telephoto lens, but otherwise same size, same display. You're pretty much just getting the ultra wide here, 2 more gigs of RAM and a few other things, but very much close this year between the 12 and the 12 Pro here, size and everything. So you can see that's kind of the thickness. That's what it looks like from the top there. And let's be careful on the bottom placement. I've seen screen scratching, so I don't want to do that, but that's what the bottom differences look like there. So we'll kind of put the 12 aside, the phone there. And again, same thing in the box. SIM tool, nighttime reading, and your Apple sticker there. And of course your Type-C to Lightning cable, and that's pretty much in that box as well. So there we go, just a quick unboxing of the blue iPhone 12 and the gold iPhone 12 Pro. Of course, I'll be doing a bunch of camera comparisons, so let me know in the comments, again, which iPhone did you get, what color, if any at all, what camera comparisons you want to see these phones compared to, anything else you want to know about the iPhone 12 or 12 Pro that I can help answer. Leave your question in the comments below, and I'll try to get to as many as possible. And as always, thanks for watching.